Derek Robbins here in the Quarry Park shop, surrounded by 1,000 discs, golf discs. Now I often get asked by beginners, what discs would I recommend? So today I'm going to try and answer that question for you. So if I'm asked to recommend one disc for somebody starting out, my real preferred option on this is the Mako 3. The great thing about this disc is that it flies really straight at a range of speeds, doesn't fade off much when it slows down, so that makes it particularly suitable for beginners. And this one here, this comes in star plastic. This costs £12.50, and there's a champion plastic which is a little bit cheaper. If you don't want to spend that much money, then there are other discs which also will fly really good at low speed, and the ones which I would recommend would be things like the Stingray and the Wolf. These are discs which at high speed can turn a bit, but for beginners they should fly pretty straight for you. So, if you want to get 3 discs, so you've got a putter, a mid-range and a driver, there are quite a few options, but I picked out 3 discs that fit the bill as far as I can see. For a putter, the AVR Putt & Approach is probably the biggest selling disc in the world. These are really popular with pros and beginners. Just nice and straight, nice simple disc to use, very good. The mid-range, I mentioned earlier, Mako 3, again this has got more glide, it will go further, but nice and straight again, really good disc. And for a driver, again there are several options, but really good one to start out with is the Leopard. So this is, again, flies really reasonably straight. You'll notice a theme here. You want discs that are going to be nice and easy to control and will fly fairly predictably, and the Leopard fits the bill. Now, these discs you can buy individually, so you can get the colour that you want and perhaps the design you want. There's lots of different options. But Latitude produce a disc golf starter pack, and here you get 3 discs, and the great thing about this is they're suitable discs, and also it's 3 discs for £20. And given that the other discs I said are at least £8 each, this will be a much cheaper option, but also very good. So, one of the confusing aspects of disc golf is that there are loads of different plastics that you can get. So I'll just talk about 3 of the main types of plastic from the main manufacturer, which is Innova. So this is a DX plastic. This costs £8, and if you're just playing on grass and it's just going to hit grass and ground and leaves, this is absolutely fine. You know, this plastic will serve you well for a very good period of time. The only downside is if you're playing somewhere where it's going to hit buildings or roads, it will get scuffed up, and eventually it starts to fly a little bit differently. So if you get into the game, you want something which is going to be more consistent. And the most durable plastic is champion plastic. And also with the champion plastic you can get fancy dies like this one. So this one, you could throw this straight into a brick wall, and you could look at the disc quite carefully, and you'd struggle to see where it had hit. There'd be hardly a scuff mark on it. And perhaps also if dogs are in your household and likely to pick up the discs, this one will offer a bit more resistance than the DX plastic. And the third main plastic, which is my favourite personally, is star plastic. This is almost as durable as the champion, but it's just a bit nicer to grip, and I also like the solid colour makes it easier, I think, for spotting. And Champion plastic costs £12 and Star Plastics £12.50. Those are the three main types of plastics that I stock here. So all the discs that come from Innova, one of the biggest manufacturers, have these stats on them. And I just want to say a few words about those. So on the disc there are 4 figures that are given. The first figure is the speed. Now this is as much about how fast you're going to be able to throw it as how fast it will fly. And what I've got here is a Boss, which is a speed 13, which is really high speed. But to get a good flight out of it, you really need to be able to throw it very hard. The second figure on this is the glide, which has a glide of 5. Fairly self-explanatory, I think. The third one is high speed turn. So if the disc is thrown extremely fast, a high speed turn will mean that it will, for a right-hander throwing a backhand throw, it will turn right a little bit as soon as it comes out of the hand. And the last figure, low speed fade, which means at the end of the flight, as it slows down, how much it's going to turn left. And this one has a fade of -3, so this will really turn very hard left. And this is a very, very fast disc, but in the hands of a beginner, what's going to happen is you're not going to get any of that turn. What will happen is it will fly straight maybe for a little way, and then it's really going to turn hard left. So you're not going to get a great distance out of this disc. So I think with the high speed discs, leave them to the pros and just sort of work your way up in speeds as your throw gets stronger. Then you can go for high speed discs. And in particular, when you're starting out, you don't want anything with a fade of more than 1, because this is the thing where you're really going to lose the flight of the disc as it fades off to the left. You're not getting any extra distance when that happens, so stick to something with a fade of 1 or 0. Robins here in the Quarry Park shop, surrounded by 1,000 discs on the racks. And today I want to get... start again.